Hey guys, welcome back to Safe Haven Valley Railroad. Today I have a big update on this fixed garage. It is actually going to be the final day for the build. So we're going to get it together and we are going to be complete. I have decided to not paint my figures yet because I found some other stuff that I want for this build as well. So I will paint them all later when I get them, as I have just ordered them. So I won't be doing any adding any painted figures or details at this time. I'm just going to complete the building and then I will come back when I do the actual painting after I get them painted and I'm applying them, which will probably be down the road a ways. So also, wishing you guys a happy new year today. Today is the first day of 2023, day one. Hope you all had a safe new year. And this build, Vic's Garage, is the last build of 2022. And next year, in 23, the first build will be the church from Mud Creek Models, followed by the general store, and I'll get to those at the end of this video. So let's jump on over to the bench and let's get this project finished so you guys can see what it looks like. Alrighty, see you at the bench. Welcome back to Safe Haven Valley Railroad. Just getting ready to do the final assembly of this building. Last time I talked about doing the eave trim and doing the roof, putting on the roof and everything. I went ahead and decided to do a couple of things to make it, this build a little more forward for when I go down the road. I'll be adding concrete here in front of the garage, so I went ahead and added a painted cardstock to add it for concrete coming out. Being that I have the garage door open, I will continue that out to the outside. And then I also wanted to quickly recap how I did the roofs, did the roof, and show you how those all come out. And then we'll assemble it and be done on this build. Essentially, I decided that since I have a tight work schedule coming up, I'm just not able to get to the paintings of the pieces that I want on this kit, and there are some that I want to add to this kit that I have found, so I'm going to put that on hold for this build until those come in, and then I will paint them all together and then just be done with it. So let's get started. Where are we? What I want to do real quick is I want to recap how I do the roofs. Again, I just take some gray chalk and I just put it on where I want it. And I don't do a brushing motion. I do a dabbing motion because I want it to embed into my project. Let me zoom in this so you can see kind of what I'm doing here. And I'm just dabbing, and and you'll see how it changes color pretty nicely. and it makes it look really, from my taste, it makes it look real good. And if you want more, you can just take some more and just add more. You're not going to hurt it. Just keep on going till you get to the consistency of color and shade you want. Now, I've already did the other side, but I'm going to add a little more to it. And this is the nice thing about pigments. They come in and they do really good work. So I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to add a little bit more to this side. And it just makes it come out really cool. Now, just want to throw in some announcements real quick here at the end. So stay tuned for the end. I have some announcements for upcoming builds that I have that I'll be going right into. So I have a custom build that I am working on that I will talk about as well. So be sure to stick around to the end, and I will get that information to you all. So okay, so we got that to where I want it. I just quick blow the little that off of there. That looks pretty kind of cool roof on that. Turning up pretty good. I'm not going to worry about this too much because right here that it's showing, because that's the part that the other roof is. This is going to butt up to the other building, so it ain't going to matter. Now, after doing that, depending on how you want it, I usually just add some black. I'll take some black, usually. And just kind of mix in some black with that. And then it turns it to a darker color. And this is just enough that I put on there to give it a deeper, dark color. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just showing some changing color and stuff like that. So and when I'm dabbing it, I'm kind of doing an upward, little bit of an upward motion, because then it gets it up underneath the pieces, and it also keeps the shingles kind of a lifted look. Instead of dabbing straight down, it just flattens it. It just lifts it up. Just a very subtle, light thing, kind of like you do with your light brushing. There you go. Now you can see the difference between adding a little bit of black, and that's just a gray. So now I'm going to add a little more black. I'm going to add some black on this side. just going to work my way from the top like this. Oh, I forgot a spot on their side, so I'll just work on the ridge here. And you just let whatever loose stuff fall off. Don't worry about it. Again, the sign that I'm doing right now is the back side of the front little building. Hello, there. Doesn't that look pretty good? See how you get the fine little detail up under the eaves, like dirt and grime, and it just changes the color a little bit. Look at that. You just can see that detail just so well as a shadow and everything else. So that's how I do my roofs with charcoal, or chalk rather, chalk pigment. So that is how that is. Now I need to do the other roof a little bit more. I got it done, but I want to do just a little bit more on the building itself, and I need to add a little more. I need to add some more black to it. So take a minute to do that real quick. I've already did it, but I didn't get enough on there, so I just there. That should be enough. And this is how I do it anyway before applying it to the building. The other building is all complete. Everything's together on it. But the bigger building, I wanted to have a little more dramatic look to it. So I want it to show it's going to be the main, it's going to be the main look of the whole thing, because it's the shop. I'll do it all, and then I will kind of show you the finish, what it looks like. All right, let's. And I just randomize my tapping motion. That helps give it a random look of pressure, you know, maybe, you know. And I'm not dabbing very hard on it. I'm just dabbing quickly and lightly with a slightly upward motion. Again, you know, just layering the colors really helps, and it achieves a look that I like, and it works good. And you don't have to worry about getting every little inch, because roofs are not all consistent in color. There's all kinds of shades, but I wanted it a little more consistent in like the little building. So okay, so there you have it. A little more dirty, a little more consistent. It just impedes into that. So with that done, let's move right into the next part of the project, the assembly. But before we do that, I want to show you what I did on the building. Again, so here's the little building. This building has all of its wear and stuff. I did, there's the end eaves there. It's still not the greatest at them, but it'll work. There's the other end of the building, and then we're back to the front side of the building here. Just liking how the aged look has come out on this building. Didn't really know what I knew what I was getting myself in for in this build. So it's crazy. Blue is just one of those colors that just are really, time and time again, been told hard to model, because you have to be very creative in how you present it. And this is a two-tone blue with white, well, ivory white, and so it's coming together quite nicely. So what I did was, being I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna extend out the garage concrete when I actually put it on the layout. This area is going to be concrete. So because I have the door open, I just tapped, put it in there with like lightly, so I can, and I'll show you how I'm going to install it. But I'm going to have, that is going to have a concrete look to it and everything else. And then I deliberately broke the spindles on the door, just like, you know, old garages are not always perfect. So I deliberately did that detail, like it needs to be repaired, replaced, and it just a well-used garage. And so with that, let's get this. I'm going to start by getting the foundation of the big building in. and then I'll put the roof on that, and then we'll install the small building because it's all finished. And then essentially we will be done with this build because I decided to wait on the painting of my detail parts because I've actually ordered some other ones that I want to go with it. So when I get those, I'm going to just go ahead and paint them all up. So for this particular build at the moment, we'll be done with it today. So let's get to it. So what I'm going to do, let's get some glue. And just in case you're wondering, I just took, back this out just a little bit. I took some cardstock paper. This is basically cardboard, almost like cardstock that I got. Here's a smaller piece. This is what they put in the layers in between the staples that we have in a box that for the tie staples. So I get this for nothing at work. So I have a whole stack of it here, and it's awesome. It's thick enough to do my mock-ups for my other builds that I will be doing, which we'll talk about here in a minute. So that's what I did in the middle of this. This is a concrete floor that is only needed to show right in the doorway because this door is open. That is a detail that I felt was deserved because you don't want to look inside and just see the lines on the floor like this. So I just made it smooth. So now, how am I going to do that? Well, I am going to take a toothpick, and I'm going to dab on some, just rub on some glue on here. And I don't, I don't like my stuff going anywhere, so especially like stuff this big. So I'm just going to spread it out. You want to make sure you get near the edges so it doesn't have a chance of peeling up on you. In fact, I'm actually going to do this. I forgot I have a glue brush for this. Forgot I had it. Makes it go a little bit easier. Oops, sorry. Get it just where I feel looks good. And the other thing is, while I do this, I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to just lightly dab the outside foundation. But I don't like my brush for that. It doesn't do, I mean, it works, but it doesn't work for me. So I will just use my toothpick to get the glue where I want it, because I can roll the glue off the toothpick. And this is a kind of a dirty toothpick, but I need to get some more. But it'll work for today because and we'll be done. So, okay, there we go. No need to get in a rush. This is the part that we don't want to rush because this is the assembly portion of the end of the build. So I'm just kind of working quickly but carefully to get enough glue, and then trying to get the excess that I know I'm not going to want, because, and what I do with the arm of the toothpick is I roll on the glue and I just dab it, because then it doesn't spread and ooze as much. Okay, just one little more spot back here. And there is going to be some, but all right, so now I got all that. I'm just going to line it up and apply it where I want it. And then I'll just go around and just make my adjustments to make sure it's all looking good. Some spots just look, there we go. You might have to fiddle with it if you got your base a little warped. This one seemed to be just a little bit, so I'm playing with the building to keep it there. And then, okay, there's that. Now I've got that in place. I'm going to take my finger and press down on the inside for the concrete floor. Just press down real good on that. Lightly go down the sides and on the, don't push too hard, but now you got that on there. The base looks pretty darn good. But I noticed that my garage floor did not pop down where it was supposed to. So we're going to do some adjustment on that. So just give me 1 second. You could also use double-sided sticky tape for this. Okay, well, that did not want to work the way I was hoping. But that's okay, because come on. I know you're not glued permanently yet. And what happened, guys, is that when I applied it, it decided to just slide back. So I'll fix that at a later date. I got a way to do that. I'm actually going to be adding concrete, dry, the compound out here in thin layer. So when I do that, this will all be a seam. So I'm not too disappointed in how it got glued. And let's see. So anyway, when this seam gets all butted up with the outside, it'll be all one, because I'm actually going to use the plaster or whatnot to make this all look great. But the idea is there. I mean, this will be the concrete floor. So let me do something real quick. I think I know what the problem is. I didn't trim it back far enough when I cut it. So I will, that's what I did. I'll have to go back and trim it, adjust it, and it's not a whole lot that it's off anyway. It's just right on the lip. But we'll get that fixed, because I'll be actually taking a little bit of the stuff that I will be applying here. We'll go over that to have that seam, so that'll be good. Finally, what we're gonna do, the last two things I got to do here is apply the roof. Now there, you want to make sure you got the look that looks good, but you gotta make this little corner here has got to go in this front corner, because that's where these two pieces of the house will meet. So I'm going to get the roof on first. And for this part, I will use, I'll just continue using my toothpick here. And then we'll get this all glued down. Now I do my ridge peaks first, and then I run along with less glue on the rest of it. Okay, there. Now it's working. Now, I don't know if you all remember, but Frank challenged me on this. So, Frank, if you're watching this video, I know you've been commenting on my post on how it's been looking. And I appreciate all the great comments from everybody. And from what it sounds like, I'm pretty pleased that Frank has been it's happy to see how it's coming out. He's just he challenged me to bring it on. So, Frank, I hope I've stepped up and made the challenge complete, because this has just been a learning, not only a learning experience on this build, with a lot of different things, but it gave me some time to play with whatever, you know, and I'm actually liking it. So this has actually been a learning piece, because blue's not exactly a good color. Well, it's a nice color, but it's a hard color to model sometimes, and whatnot. So I'm gonna now put the cap on, and we'll show you what it looks like before we marriage everything together. So give me just a second here. Okay, just gotta walk this stuff all the way around. Okay. All right, there we go. Let me back this out so you can get a bigger view of it. We now have the roof attached. You have the insiding there, the window. I mean, on that, I mean, look how all the wear, the nicks, the knacks, the aged, dirty look of the roof. It just jumps out to me. I just love it. So now, with that said, we will apply the other house. And the way I'm going to do that is just seal the bottom and stick it in place. So let's just do that real quick. What is this? Nope, just some dried or sliver wood there. All right, go this way. Perfect. Get that all dabbed down so it doesn't ooze. Get more like a tacky, makes it more tacky in the curing process. So okay, there we go. And then all we gotta do is take it and make it a marriage here. Oops. Okay, got it aligned and pushing it in place, and I'm going to hold it. Oops. Now I got that. My sticky fingers caught that door jamb. Now I'm going to fix that. Oops. There we go. While that is holding, I'm going to fix this door jamb real quick. Yeah, these are just some of the bloopers that happen on builds, guys. And you have to fix them on the fly. Got that fixed for what it's worth. And now this build's complete. It's not fully dry. I need to put some weights on this little piece here, but I will adjust that here in a little bit because I got to make that adjustment. Here we go. There, now it's sitting flat. There. I gotta make an adjustment, but this build is done, and I'm gonna say it is complete for now until I get my other parts to it. So this has been a fun build for me. Like I said, it's been a learning curve and everything else. I know this is going on 45-minute video. It's about an hour. But Frank, I love this kit. I want to say thank you for challenging me on this one due to my colors that I chose. I feel like it's really made me jump out of my, not necessarily comfort zone, but my abilities to see what I can do. And this is a dirty old garage, and I'm just liking it. I've added some little of my own little things to it, and I will be adding more to it as I get it onto the layout. And essentially, this build is complete. I just got a couple of things I got to tweak on it, but on the foundation part, but I can do that later. This build is actually complete. So there's the back little corner there. Just like how the colors have all come together. This is actually kind of a neat little build. So, yeah. So this is all done. Thanks, Frank, for the challenge. I have a couple, I said I had a couple things for announcements that are coming up. So the things that I'm going to be working on are the very next build is going to be this church. It's going to be the church in scale from Frank at Mud Creek, and then the general store also from Mud Creek. And then I don't have the drawings with me, but I'm working on a special build. It's my second build. I don't know how many of you remember the if you know about and have bought or have built or are aware of the Hartwick's engine house, please leave a comment in the comments below so I can hear about your thoughts, your opinions of the build and what you thought about it, you know, that kind of thing. That was something that I made, and with Frank's help, he brought it to life for everyone to share upon my request. So if you've bought it and have made it your own, great. That's what it's about. You know, you take somebody else's thoughts or dreams or ideas and you make them your own. Please share that in our Mud Creek Railroad web pages. Love to see what you've done with it if you happen to have bought one of these kits. And the kit I'm talking about again is the Hartwick engine house that Frank sells. He's in HO and N scale. Just building that has inspired me to build another build. And not sure where it's going to go, but I'm not going to reveal too much right now because it's still in the prefab stages. But it will be a build that I do on my videos so everyone can see. And who knows where it will go from there. But look forward to doing it. It is going to be a wild and crazy adventure on that one. I'm just shooting it from the hip with very little drawing. So we'll see how it goes. So with that, please leave comments below if you've bought my engine house from Frank, the Hartwick engine house. And let me know what you think of it. Show me what you've done with it. I'm curious to know. If you know somebody who has bought it or has built it, great. Just leave a comment below on what you think of it. That's always something good to hear. I love doing these builds of Frank's. They're fun, they're easy, they're not hard to do. You can do a lot with them. And I'm specifically not doing this for personal gain from Frank. Just want to put that out there. I'm doing it because I enjoy the models he puts out. And if I do it because I love it, then that's great. I don't really expect anything in return. Frank's just a good manufacturer, has fun kits, and they're not elaborate, like Foscale models. They have huge kits, and I maybe someday might buy a large kit, but that's just not what I'm up for right now. This is where I'm at and kind of what I'm going with. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next build. I anticipate starting the church next week. I got to figure out what I want to do with it. So once I get that figured out, I will come back with another video and kind of give you a lineup of what's in store for that build. So stay tuned, and enjoy whatever it is on your bench. Talk to you next week. Have a good day.